Today I'm going to be looking at this. It's 40 maps of Poland that you must see. And yeah, I always like looking at maps of different countries, especially when it shows different interesting information. And hopefully this video is going to show this as well. So I'm just going to leave it on like this big screen like this today, so we can see more of what's on the screen, see the maps. And yeah, you can tell me what you think about these maps. 40 maps of Poland that you must see. Let's see what I've got here. Gridded population cartogram. Okay, so we can just see the size of the cities there. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Obviously see Warsaw, the biggest. But the thing about Poland that interests me is that it's very decentralized. Of course, Warsaw's the biggest, but very spread out, the big cities. Quite evenly spread out, quite satisfying to look at. The number of cars per 1,000 people. Okay, so in the centre we've got a lot of cars here, but yeah, it's very, as it gets out to the sort of the edges of Poland, very lower car density there. Guess are more remote areas, but it's per 1,000 people, so yeah, interesting. The number of divorces per 1,000 people. So where have we got the highest? The darkest is the highest, is it? Let's see. Where is it? Dark up here in this left-hand corner, is that where very high levels of divorce? This whole area over here on the left, I think the brown is also a very high area. So over here, very low divorce, but over here on the west is more divorces. Why would that be? Tell me if that is reflective in your knowledge of divorces per in Poland. Why would more people be getting divorced on the west? The population density. Okay, again, yeah, we see the big cities very represented. Warsaw here, very highly populated compared to the other areas. War damage to buildings in the Second Polish Republic. So we see a lot more damage over here on the east this time. I guess, yeah, that's from the Soviets. But yeah, I really see a lot of damage in here. I mean, the amount of times that Poland's been invaded and how they've had to rebuild is testament to what a great country Poland is. Types of communes. Tell me more about that. I don't really know what a commune is, but down here we see a lot in red, a lot of yellow over here. But I don't actually know what a commune is with regards to Poland. Tell me more about that. All the national parks. Again, this is something I said I want to explore more in Poland, is the national parks. When I learned about the beautiful places in Poland, there was a lot of stunning places, a lot of beautiful little towns and big cities, but the national parks look so great. And I mean, here we can see very decentralized again, got national parks all over Poland. Are the national parks somewhere that a lot of tourists go to? Do a lot of Polish people go to the national parks actually? What's your favourite national park from all of these? How often have you been? Have you never been? I'm from Scotland, but I've not really travelled too much within Scotland. Let's see, the changes in population of powiats in cities, with powiat rates since 2008 to 2018. Again, I don't know what powiat means. We can see, again, it's like more of the cities we can see represented here. The changes in population. So maybe is it maybe that the cities have become more populated over that time from 2008 to 2018? Maybe the big cities have become more populated. Map of Poland's forests, roads. Again, a lot of forest, very spread out. It's not really like one area is more than others. Map of the condition of roads in the Second Polish Republic. Wow, that's very interesting. You see this big area here that just doesn't have that road coverage. So much coverage all over. Very great infrastructure with regards to roads in Poland, 1936 to 1937. So just this big space here, like that's quite striking with that map. All the streetlights in Poland. Streetlights, maybe it means what do you call these again? Like lighthouses. Looking at the image here, so we've got lighthouses all along the coast here. Do you have any famous lighthouses? I know some countries have lighthouses that are like landmarks of the country and very well known. Is there any in Poland? Again, but very spread out. So looking at this so far, the infrastructure and planning of Poland does seem very, very well done. The GDP of provinces and the respective countries. Congo, Peru. Okay, so this is how the GDP compares to a full country. So we've got Peru over here. This one, is this the highest here? Mazowieckie. Let's see. Yeah, so tell me if you think that's interesting. You see a lot of kind of decent sized countries there as well. Okay, the presidential election in 2015. Whoa, look at that split. And again, you just recently had an election in Poland, and I believe the more left-wing party now came into power. So, yeah, interesting. I just find it interesting how countries are still so split, even after having such long histories. It's the same in the UK. Rather than have a east-west divide, we have a north-south divide. So the south is more, I guess you could say, more right-wing, maybe more towards the conservative side. The north is more left-wing and towards the sort of Labour Party, the working class. Here we can see the split almost right down the middle. Very interesting to me. Tell me what you think about that. Interesting, there's just a big blue pocket over here. Where is that, and why is that so similar to here? Again, we've got an orange one in here as well, so kind of mirrors that. The unemployment rate. Okay, again, we can almost see a split here, but Poznan comes in here. So very low unemployment around here, apart from this big area. But here, again, in the west, where there was high divorce rates, again, we've got relatively high unemployment as well. So is there more poverty in these areas on the west of Poland? Interesting. The comparison of crime and religiousness to historical borders. Okay, so we can see that border there actually. You can see, so we can see the split comes from historical borders. Granice Zaboro is this border. The black border is Granice administration. So let's see, the crime, got higher crime again around this area, lower here. And I guess that, does that mean that this area has less religion as well? This is really cool, man. You really see some strong differences and very precisely almost to that old border. The stereotypical map of Poland, one I can see here is mafia. Is that known as that Warsaw? Is there a mafia? Zimno. What is this? Is this like you have igloos in this area? Got some boating here by the looks of it. Strak, Para, Oponi, Ali, Maja, Murzir. So is this strike? I don't know. To Budoja, Statki. So some sort of boat. What's this? Is this? This is obviously Christ the Redeemer. Is this a religious area? I thought that was less religious. I'm not sure. What are these goats? That looks almost like some sort of demonic symbol. What is this one? Is this like, again, looks like maybe some sort of communist symbol? The hammer and sickle. Vigio. Got football here in Dressy, Zadimia. Okay, interesting. We've got some Ukrainian culture, or maybe that's where Ukrainian immigrants go to. The number of drownings? Wow, why is there so many drownings in here? I thought it would have been more, yeah, more near the coast, but interesting there's so many drownings in here. In 2020 that was as well. Oh, that's quite sad. 58. Criminal crime, voivodeships and provincial capitals. Yeah, man, high crime rate around here, as well as Warsaw actually as well. What is this area down here in Krakow? Katowice, Yeah, man, high crime. Is there? I mean, compared to other places, does that mean there's high crime in here? Out here on the east is just kind of chilling, man. No crime really. Polish language frequency. Well, you actually had places like here that had less than 10% speaking Polish. So what did they speak? Was it some sort of maybe Russian or something like that? Over here, very high density, of course, but interesting to see there was really low amounts, low percentages of spoken Polish. Okay, so this is the population growth. Yeah, so we can see these areas are gaining in population, these big cities. Areas like this really losing a lot of people here. So a lot of people leaving here, maybe moving to here. So yeah, I guess things like this show that as the big cities grow in Poland, have more employment opportunities, I guess a lot of people move from the more remote and rural areas into the big cities. Topographic map of Poland. Wow, nice. That's really beautiful to look at. Actually, we see very, I guess, this is more mountainous down here at the border. More flat land in the middle, and then I guess that's forested areas, or I don't know what that represents actually, but yeah, interesting. All the churches. Whoa, that's a lot of churches, man. This is dense down here. A lot of churches. What's the most beautiful church in Poland? Deviation from the average coffee consumption per capita. So let's see, this is down. So we've got more coffee drinkers in Pomorowski, Kujawowsko, Pomorowski, Lubusko, Dolnoslaski. Okay. Is coffee popular in Poland? Do you drink coffee? I love coffee. All the countries that invaded Poland, that's, yeah, man, that's really sad to see. What is this, Sweden? Oh man. Yeah, I feel bad for Poland. I'm just glad that UK's never invaded Poland. The percentage of Jews in the provinces of the Second Polish Republic. Well, 30% in this one small city. 12% over here. Again, very spread out, very little over here. Guess that was near Germany, that's probably why. All the territories ever ruled by Poland, so for 700 years. Well, I guess this was maybe when it was the Poland-Lithuania combination country over here as well. But actually, like, you see the change in Poland's border over time. It's very interesting. So many different borders, so much land at one time as well. Regions that recognize themselves as LGBT free zones. Okay, so LGBT free zones. Regions that rejected the measures. Okay, so down here on the southeast, we have a lot of LGBT free zones. So does that mean what? It's illegal to be LGBT, or they're not welcome, or yeah, is it a crime to be LGBT there? And yeah, again, interesting when you see these splits and you see the small pockets of acceptance in there. All highways and expressways. As I mentioned there, great coverage. Poland is obviously a country with great road infrastructure. Number of bookstores per 10,000 inhabitants. Yeah, over here got a lot compared to other places. Not much down here as well. Potential of photovoltaic energy. I'm not even too sure what that means, to be honest. Got a few regions down here, but smog concentrations. Okay, so a lot more smoggy down here. Is that, I guess that is all kind of relatively healthy readings, but just in comparison down here a lot more smog. All the Mexicans in Poland. Is this a literal number? There's only 4 Mexicans in this whole region. That's quite cool to see. I wonder how many Scottish people live in Poland. Do you know any Scottish people that live in Poland? I would love to know the numbers and where they actually live. Only 3 people here, about 259 there. Guess that again, the big cities attract immigrants from other countries as well. the number of households. Again, very decentralized. Light pollution, Katowice, Warsaw. Katowice, very polluted place, is it? The Human Development Index. Again, I don't see any sort of chart to tell me what this signifies, if one's better than the other. Map of land development. Let's see what we've got. Road and rail. Yeah, interesting. I guess kind of similar to all the other maps, we just see those big cities represented more. The socio-economic level of development in communes and Poland towns. So communes, I guess, is it just small communities? Synthetic socio-economic development, high. Again, man, look at this split there. Got low over here. With the ending ovo or of. Whoa. Why is it so different? Again, we've got the north and south divide here, but it almost just cuts off. Why? What's the difference there? Is it the difference in language or dialect between these two regions? That was pretty cool. Evaluation of housing conditions in the Polish countryside. Bardzo wysoka, przeciętna, niska, bardzo niska. So I don't know what those mean in Polish. Tell me what those actually mean. It's just how the housing conditions compare in Polish countryside. Again, but we can see the split there, so it's clear. There's a clear split. All the airports. Again, very well spread around the country. Talking about that infrastructure again. The red one is, I'm going to guess, is at the international airport. We've got so much local ones here as well. Easy to get around Poland by plane. It's a lot of airports actually. That was a really cool video. I was getting dark in here, sorry about that. But yeah, really cool video. Tell me what the most interesting map was for you from all of those. And was there anything that was shocking to you? Thanks.